Welcome to the special report on the tense events gripping the nation and world as a potential government shutdown looms and critical diplomatic moves unfold in the Middle East. It's September 29, 2025, and Washington, D.C., buzzes with urgency as President Donald Trump meets congressional leaders to avert a federal shutdown by Tuesday's midnight deadline. Inside the White House, Republicans, led by Senate Majority Leader John Thune, push a clean funding resolution to extend current levels through November, daring Democrats to reject it. Democrats, under Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer and House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries, demand extensions of Affordable Care Act subsidies and reversals of Medicaid cuts from Trump's domestic policy bill. Trump dismisses these as unserious on Truth Social, showing little willingness to compromise. Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt calls the meeting Trump's final chance for Democrats to act reasonably, hinting at separate healthcare talks but warning of shuttered offices and furloughed workers if no deal is reached. 25 Republican governors accuse Democrats of holding funding hostage, noting their support for a similar extension 6 months ago before Trump's policy shifts. Democrats see leverage, betting Trump would take the blame for layoffs. History recalls 14 shutdowns since 1981, including the 35-day 2018 to 2019 crisis, with federal workers facing furloughs as political pawns. Protesters outside the Capitol, holding signs about jobs and health care, highlight the human cost. In the Middle East, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu meets Trump, their talks shadowed by Gaza's ceasefire efforts. Netanyahu apologized to Qatar's Emir, Sheikh Mohammed bin Abdul Rahman Al Thani, for a Doha airstrike targeting Hamas that killed a Qatari guard, straining mediation. Anonymous sources say the call coincided with his White House visit. Qatar and Arab states condemned the strike, calling it a blow to peace, with Doha rejecting Israel's justification as a sovereignty violation. Trump's 21-point UN plan demands an immediate ceasefire, hostage release within 48 hours, Hamas's disarmament, and Israel's phased withdrawal for Palestinian governance without Hamas. Egypt's President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi and UAE's Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed endorse it as a peaceful initiative, though details are scarce and Hamas's response tepid. In Tel Aviv, protesters outside the U.S. consulate chant, "Bring them home now." Einav Zangakar, mother of hostage Matan, pleads, "Fight for us, President Trump. End the war." Over 600 former Israeli security chiefs urge Trump to stop the unjust conflict, warning military means won't free hostages. U.S. Ambassador Mike Waltz criticizes the UN Security Council's focus on Israel's West Bank settlements, defending them as a distraction, with the U.S. alone vetoing condemnation. Trump vows no West Bank annexation, pressuring Netanyahu's fragile coalition amid Israel's isolation. In Grand Blanc Township, Michigan, a Sunday attack on a Latter-day Saints chapel kills 4 and wounds 8. Suspect Thomas Jacob Sanford, a former Marine, rammed the sanctuary, fired an assault rifle, and set it ablaze before police stopped him. Chief William Renai praises the rapid response. 1 victim remains critical, 7 stable. Leavitt, briefed by FBI Director Kash Patel, cites anti-Mormon animus as a possible motive. Trump calls it horrendous, pledging support, while Governor Gretchen Whitmer mourns the violence. Schools close across Grand Blanc's 13 campuses, vigils light the night, and the nation marks its 324th mass shooting of 2025. The church calls for resilience amid grief. In Portland, 200 National Guard troops deploy under Trump's order to protect ICE facilities for 60 days, over Governor Tina Kotek's objections. Trump vowed full force against agitators on Truth Social, echoing a smaller Los Angeles deployment. Kotek and Mayor Keith Wilson call it unconstitutional, with Portland's protests minimal and crime down. Legal challenges rise as troops arrive, stirring unease. ICE identifies Norlon Guzman Fuentes, a 37-year-old El Salvadoran, killed in a Dallas ICE shooting. Gunman Joshua John fired on a transport van, wounding 2 others before his suicide. Trump blames radical left terrorists, without evidence, as the FBI probes the second Texas ICE attack this year. Families vigil at Parkland Memorial. After cutting $1 billion in mental health grants post-Uvalde, the Trump administration restores $270 million for school psychologists, excluding counselors and social workers, banning gender ideology or activism. Critics warn of risks to vulnerable students. A lawsuit persists. Secretary Linda McMahon calls it re-envisioned, but educators fear gaps in care. Trump's 100% tariff on foreign movies, decrying Hollywood's stolen business, puzzles experts over digital streams and co-productions like James Bond. Retaliation threatens U.S. exports. AI-generated Trump portraits, a chiseled leader, a Jedi with a red lightsaber, flood social media, gaining 16 million followers. Blame AI if it goes bad, he quips. Critics see artifice, but clicks soar. Trump threatens to cut New York City's federal funds if Zoran Mamdani wins mayor, calling his promises fake communist. Mamdani, polling strong, counters with MLK's legacy. NYC's $9.7 billion federal share hangs in the balance. In Saudi Arabia, Dar Global's $1 billion Trump Plaza jet arises, a second Trump-branded venture. As night falls, the shutdown looms, Gaza pleads, Michigan mourns, and Portland braces. Trump's America teeters on the edge. Will deals emerge, or chaos reign? Stay tuned.